Hey everybody, welcome back to the Miniac. This is the live stream today. I have an electric brochure here, but I also have the electric Mini. So I'm going to flip the camera around here in a bit. The reason I'm starting early is it looks like it's starting to rain. So I want to get this going as quickly as possible. So here it is. This is a 2020 pre-production Mini Cooper SE all-electric car. This is a signature trim. So it has the 16-inch wheels. It has the leatherette interior, single speed shifter that all of them have. It has touchscreen 6.5-inch navigation with Apple CarPlay. Pretty nice car. It's in British racing green with a white roof and white mirror caps. As you notice, it doesn't have a lot of the yellow trim bits that you would see on the car, or at least you would see it on some of the higher end electric ones. But I think that's what makes this one better. This one is more normal looking. It's not a over-the-top electric looking car. It doesn't look like an electric car, which is kind of what Mini was going after when they created this. So I'm open to any questions you all might have about the car. I'm here to answer any questions you might have, so feel free to chime in while I'm walking around. So here's the location for charging when the car is unlocked, as I'm going to do right now. There's the plug to plug it in, and you would plug it in right there. I think this is a plug for a different type of charging plug depending on where you are in the country. So there's two different ways of charging it, I guess. Something I didn't know before. These are 16-inch Helios wheels. These are modified versions of the 15-inch wheels. Plenty of trunk space here. Miriam loop at 70 miles per hour live. Manny, I can't do Miriam loop at 70 miles per hour live unless you come here and do it with me. So you're going to have to come over here and hold the camera while I drive. But anywho, this has the storage package. So there's the adjustable load floor. Can you show us the new digital cockpit? Yeah, I can do that, sure. Let's head inside the car. All right, this is the new digital dash, and we'll start it up. And there it is. So, I'm going to shut the door here, but this gives you all your information here. So you have your battery charge right here. As you can see, we're almost at 100% right now. We're at about I want to say 95% maybe. And then over here is your power. I think that's your power output right there. So if I were to floor it right now, we'd go right off the edge of the patio, which would not be good. And I'm trying to turn off the... There it goes. I'm trying to turn off the wipers. They're automatic wipers. So it looks like it's completely digital, but there's actually a needle right in there. So this part is still slightly analog and still goes up. So on the Minis that have the internal combustion engine with the digital dash, which is available only with navigation, whether you have the 6.5-inch or the 8-inch touch or 8.8-inch touchscreen navigation, this would be your RPM, I believe. I want to say that's your RPM. Could be completely wrong. But the RPM needle, I believe, is actually analog still, whereas the rest of the gauge cluster is digital. And as you can see, this demo car here has gone 1,524 miles. And we have about 88 miles of range left before we need to plug it in. That's actually not that bad. No power? What do you mean no power? Is it possible to project the map's digital dash? I don't believe so, but if you had the iconic trim, which has touchscreen, which has the 8.8-inch screen and the heads-up display, if I'm correct, I believe your turn-by-turn directions would be projected up into the digital, up into the heads-up display. Okay, that's the power right there. So when this winds down, so e-power ready charge, okay. And then this is how much battery is left over here. So Paolo's trying to explain it to me, so I'm a little thrown off because the digital dash is a new thing for me, and it's even more so in the electric car. Now, something I just noticed over here is it's asking me to search for charging stations. Can you change the black square in the middle? Let's see if you can. Doesn't look like you can. Oh, well, hold on. There it is. It's changing stuff down at the bottom. Battery's 90% charged. Okay. Car's in park right now. The car is actually running at the moment. So if I were to actually put it in... Correction, the car is not running right now. There. Now the car is running. So if I put it in reverse, it'll start to roll back. And put it in drive, I can go forward. And of course, we still have sport, mid, and green. And everyone likes sport. Enough charge for one trip around 435. I would do it, Manny, except it is raining. So I need to roll up the windows now. So it is now raining, unfortunately. But it's incredibly quiet in this car, which is really strange. It's really surreal to not hear an engine running when you're sitting in the Mini. So there's the reverse camera. Now, this is a 6.5-inch touchscreen, so this has navigation, maps, and I think there was a thing in here that mentioned charging stations. So this is an interactive map, which is kind of cool. You can touch it and you can go anywhere you want. So if I wanted to go over there, it gives me guidance to that location, which is kind of cool. Alright, so we're going to back that up, though, because I want to see... There was a charging thing that I was looking at that caught my eye. Notifications. No notifications. I wonder where it was. This is interesting. You can plan your charging and cooling of your car accordingly. The climate control inside the car. Vehicle status. And that's pretty much it for that system right there. All in all, it's a very, very basic setup here. Now, the unfortunate thing is it is now raining, and I wanted to show you some more stuff on the outside, but I think I can still do that even though it's raining. You'll just have to bear with me. Does anyone have any other questions regarding the interior of the car before I hop out and possibly like show you the engine or the motor or something? I mean, it's, for all intents and purposes, it looks very much still like a Mini inside. There is nothing in the car that's inherently different from the rest of the Minis. Which is, aside from the yellow single-speed shifter here and the green start-stop button. What is that 25-mile-per-hour sign used for? That is telling me the speed on the road nearby. That's saying that the speed on the street over here, which is IKEA Way, the street there, the speed is 25 miles per hour. And that's because the car has navigation, so it can actually tell me what the speed limits are on all these roads nearby. Which is a very handy system, especially if you want to break it. And we won't talk about breaking speed limits, but if you want to, it's there. So I did do a test earlier where I did do a test where I wanted to see just how fast the car was in reverse. And it's kind of funny. It's about as fast in reverse as it is forward. So that was kind of exciting. But anywho, back to the car. Still a Cooper hardtop. Still set up like one. Automatic climate control. Heated seats. Very nice. So let me see if it's still raining. It's a mild drizzle. Is there a secret compartment above the glove box? Nope, unfortunately not in this generation. There were briefly secret compartments on the 2014s and 2015s, but by 2016 it was gone completely. That being said, you can retrofit a secret compartment in if you buy all the pieces to do it. And I don't know how difficult it is to do, but you'd have to get a different dash piece because this piece is completely different from the secret compartment one. And then you have to get the assembly and everything, you just put it in, and it fits in perfectly. Your top speed is 156 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in miles per hour off the top of my head. The top speed of this car is 97 miles per hour, which doesn't seem like much. Its top range on the production cars, balls to the wall, air conditioning on, sport mode, is 110 miles. If you baby the car, put it in green mode, you probably can get about 125 to 135 miles of range out of this car if you drive it in green mode all the time. But what's the point of driving it in green mode when it's a Mini? You want to have fun driving it, so you're going to drive it fast. So apparently when I open the door, it shuts itself off. Can you fit the digital dash to a 2015 Cooper with HUD? Ask the dealer mechanic. I already asked the technicians about that. The answer is, at the moment, no. So at the moment, you cannot fit the digital dash to a pre-LCI car, which is, LCI was 2019 model year. So here's the electric motor. Now, this is a plastic cover, obviously. I'm not going to pull the cover off right now because I found out that you could potentially risk electrocuting yourself. So, I don't want to do that. But, fills up the whole engine bay. You can see all the orange down in there. But, it's a pretty good-sized motor there. 181 horsepower, 199 foot-pounds of torque. And the car has almost a perfect 50-50 weight distribution. It's like a 55-45 weight distribution. So, pretty cool. Another thing you might notice, the tires here, all electric Minis use performance tires. There are no all seasons on the electric Minis. Doesn't matter which model, doesn't matter which trim level, they all have electric Minis. Does it have LSD available, or at least the E-diff? I think it has the regular dynamic traction control, so it might have the electronic locking differential control, but I'm not sure. I don't believe so, though. And I don't believe it has a mechanical diff. If you want a mechanical differential on a current generation Mini, you're going to want to get the John Cooper Works Clubman or Countryman. LED headlights are standard on all models, all trim levels. So there are 3 trims for this car. There is Signature, which is this. Signature Plus, which comes with a little bit more kit. And then there's Iconic, which comes with a lot more. And Iconic is top of the line. That will include an extra color, which is Enigmatic Black. And it will include the Power Spoke wheels, which used to be called the Corona Spoke wheels. But for obvious reasons, they changed it. Hit the button for more fun. Hit the like button for more fun. Yeah, hit the like button for more fun, huh? 0 to 60 time is 7.3 seconds. Braking is a 2-stage regenerative braking system. The battery is a 32.6 kilowatt hour gross and 28.9 kilowatt hour net. Charging capability up to 7.4 kilowatts AC, up to 50 kilowatts DC. So for all you tech people out there. Cargo area capacity is 34 cubic feet with rear seats folded down, 8.7 cubic feet with rear seats in use. Basically, the same specs interior-wise and length-wise and exterior-wise, so on and so forth for any Mini. Now, The battery in this car is underneath, fills up the fuel tank area, and it fills up the exhaust tunnel, which is why you might notice that the shifter sits higher up. How long does it take to be completely charged? 100%. If you have a quick charge system, you can charge it to 80% within 45 minutes. But if you're doing like a regular trickle charge, it takes you probably need to charge it overnight if you're doing like a trickle charge system. But if you're driving it to work and you're going to charge it at work, I imagine that while it's parked in the parking lot, it'll charge fine, and then you just recharge the car and drive home, and then you plug it back in and charge it again. Very clean lines, though. I want to see if I can get under and show you the battery. So, there's a belly pan here. And there's the battery, basically. It's under that belly pan. Interesting. So basically, this car is incredibly aerodynamic. Paolo, is your car a internal combustion engine one, or is it an electric? Because I know you've been talking about the range on your car. So what I'm planning to do tomorrow potentially is take this car out for a longer drive, basically in a around Kansas City drive, just to see how it's usable for day-to-day use, and then just see what happens there. Okay, Paolo has a Cooper SE. Why have they put the hood scoop on the electric car? Good question. You might notice that it has the Cooper bumper, side skirts, and rear bumper, but it has a hood scoop. The reason why is because this is called the SE. It is a Cooper S, essentially. So they put the hood scoop on it for looks, and it definitely gives it a bit of a sporty look. Doesn't look as plain as the regular Cooper. And this is a signature trim, so if you had a higher trim level, I imagine that it would have the more aggressive wheels. So the higher trim option, the iconic trim, which is a bit more expensive, would have the power sunroof. It would have the 17-inch wheels. It would have all the bells and whistles that you really like. What's another interesting thing I just noticed on the exterior is it looks like the wheel arches are different slightly, but I don't know if I can prove that. Is the car available for public? Yes, the Mini Cooper SE is available for sale. You have to just contact your dealership. You put a $500 deposit if you're in the United States, and they put one on order for you. And then when it comes in, you can purchase it. Now, the thing is, you cannot lease them. You have to purchase the car. But if you're in the U.S., you can get some serious tax credits and incentives that make this car much more affordable. No, there are not different performance versions. There are different trim versions of the car. So there's Signature, Signature Plus, and Iconic. They all have the same range. They all have the same horsepower. They all have the same torque. But they have different equipment. Sammer just told me the car has a compressor kit in the trunk for flats. There it is. Yeah, there it is, yeah. Okay. Oh, and this is the charger, one of the charging pieces here. So no, it does not. So no, Wallace, it does not have a compact spare. It does have a compressor kit to reinflate the tires. Charger. You mentioned the charger, Paolo. This is an extra one. This is, I think, if you're in an area where you need to use this, you have it. So I'm not sure what this is. Ah, okay. This is so you can, that's the level 1 charger, 110 volts. So this is the one, like, if you had an outlet outside your house, you just plug it into the outlet outside your house and then plug it into your car if you don't have a quick charger built into your house yet. Is there a convertible edition? That would be pretty cool if there was a convertible, but I don't believe so. And I think I don't guess there's not much call for an electric convertible. So since Sammer's watching here, and for all you who don't know who Sammer is, he's the sales manager here at the dealership. I know what this plug does. That's for the charger. But what's this other one for? So this is the 220 level 3 charging. Okay, so both of these caps come out for level 3 charging, and one of these comes out for the regular charging, I guess. Oh, that's pretty cool though. Is this Mini on tour? How long is this particular Mini staying there at your dealer's place? I think the car is here until Monday, and then it's heading on to the next dealership. I talked to someone who works at Cincinnati Mini, and he said that this was their car as well. They had this one at Cincinnati Mini too. So this car is on tour basically. So if it comes to your area, you'll probably get a chance to drive it, or this one or whatever other version comes to you. And it's pretty fun to drive. I've driven it several times and it's a lot of fun. Especially when you get the tires to peel out. Pretty cool little car. I'm glad they sent us one in British Racing Green because I love this color. But hey guys, it's getting ready to pour. It's pouring down rain right now and I'm gonna get inside. But I want to thank you all for coming and joining me on this live stream with the electric Mini. If you have any more questions about the electric, feel free to get in touch with me, or if you want to ask the sales manager directly, contact Baron Mini and ask the sales manager questions on the car. Pretty much, it's a fantastic little car. It's really cool, even with the shorter range. I know everyone complains about the range being low, but for around town driving, this is the perfect city car. This is a great city car because you take it home, you plug it in, and then you go about your day. So it's a great car. It's a really great car. I love it. I think it's great. If I had the money, I would probably own an electric Mini as well as my gas-powered Mini. But I'm gonna head inside because it is raining now and I'm getting wet. But thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. I upload videos every Friday at 2 p.m. Central Time. And as always, life is too short to drive a boring car. So drive a Mini. I'll see you all in the next video. And I'm gonna figure out how to end. Here we go.